Good afternoon or slash morning-ish, everybody. Happy Wednesday, and welcome to the team call, Emerald or Coach to Emerald call. So before we jump in, do we have any recognition that we want to do real quick, just to kind of say hello? I know, Deanna. This sucks having Deanna on the calls too, because then she steals my recognition. So, okay, Alicia, Deanna, go ahead. I'm unmuting you both.
You go ahead. You.
No, babe, jump on. Just go. You got it.
So we have a brand new coach, Sabrina, who hit Success Club her very first month as a coach. So that not only means that she earned the Success Club prize from last month, which was it a tank top? I think I'm still confused on what that was. A tank top from Beachbody, a tank top from us. As well as her first month as a success starter. So that means that she earns a call with corporate as well. So fantastic job, girl.
And can I add one thing to that? Guys, FYI, Sabrina started, right? She started coaching. She moved through it. She hit Success Club. She achieved it at 8:45 p.m. the last day of the month. And what that means is towards the end of the month, the last day or two, when she was not there, she didn't look at it and go, you know what? It's just not going to be me this month. I'm just not going to be able to make it. I'll shoot for next month. She's like, nope, kick it into high gear. We're helping people this month. Let's go for it. That in itself is a big deal. So I don't want that to get missed. It's beyond just hitting Success Club. It was a push and a no fail attitude. And I think that's massive. So I want to make sure that she gets, the proper recognition for that as well. You guys, anybody else? There's so many, to be honest. Alicia?
Yeah, I wanted to give a huge shout out to Stacy, who signed up her very first business builder yesterday. So that's super, super exciting. She is growing her team. She has been so determined, and I just wanted to give her a huge shout out. That's awesome. So exciting to be growing your business. And a big shout out to Jamie. She was pushing so hard for Success Club, and she just barely missed it. But I still want to give her a huge shout out because she is, I have no doubt with her dedication and with the momentum that she built from pushing hard last month that she's going to hit it this month, no problem. And a big shout out to Tori, who hit, I think, Success Club 14 last month as her second month as a coach. She has, I think, about 10 coaches signed up, so close to Diamond. She is just crushing it. So huge shout out to her as well.
That's 14 in the second one. That's nuts.
I know.
Right.
And she did this in the first 2 weeks because then she went to Hawaii for the last week and a half of the month. So spoiler
alert, we're going to be conning her into doing one of her team calls, leading it and kind of talking about what she's doing and how she's doing it as a brand new coach, because that's impressive. But I mean, very, very achievable, guys. It's just a matter of, figuring out how it works for you. So that's huge. Well done, Deanna. What you got?
Stop muting me. So two others, and I totally spaced it because I don't write anything down, and that's why. So Ashley Helms, brand new coach in April, signed up her first person, so that's something to celebrate. She moved to a new area where she doesn't really know a lot of people. She's got a personal training background, and so she definitely has a passion for health and fitness, but coaching's a little bit different. It can be a little bit scary, so she's really putting herself out there and leading with her heart, and that's awesome. A huge shout out to Cassandra that is now on the call as well. I don't know what her final numbers were. I think it was probably 8, I think. Yep, Success Club 8. And guys, she's doing this while she was also caring for her grandmother full time. So, she worked full time, but due to some, family health issues, she, had a huge stress on her shoulders, but she was still able to show up. She's constantly messaging me, seeing how she can help more in the group and take weight off of me, even though she's got a big weight on her shoulders that I should be asking if I can serve her. So I just really wanted to recognize that, because this is truly the heart of our team, is not being perfect, is stepping up when things aren't perfect and doing it anyways, and know that we're here for the long haul. It's not always going to look pretty, and we're going to have to make adjustments, but never giving up and being consistent is really the culture that we want to help grow.
That's awesome. Does yeah, and that Cassandra's, you're killing it, FYI, if you didn't already know. Anybody else have any shout outs or any recognition, anything that they're excited about, or shouting themselves out, anything you're proud of that you achieved? Don't be confused. It's just as much about us being able to share our successes as well, right? Anybody? Cassandra, what you got? Hold on a second, I'll unmute you.
Hey, I'm driving, so sorry I have a weird view on me. This is my first day back to work after being gone. I was just really proud that I made sure to pack every single bit of my stuff, including my food, my weights, my shakes, everything for the past 7 days. So I was able to still get my workouts in. They weren't always at the same time because I was up like 7 times a night with my grandmother, but I stuck to my workouts all week, so that felt really, really good. So I just wanted to share that.
That's awesome. Fantastic. Well done. I know I'm not that good at that all the time. Great job. Okay, guys, so let's jump into this call. I want to, Alicia, is there anything that you want to, like any housekeeping stuff that you want to talk about real quick besides To Be Mindset, which I'm going to talk about in 1 second?
Yeah, we had some questions about the calendar for May, so we'll be getting that up ASAP for you guys. But like Deanna said, I think the current one goes through this week, so you guys know what's coming up. And the times are going to stay consistent, the times and the days of the month to month. So you know, for instance, we always have our team calls on Wednesday. We always have a new challenge group starting the 3rd Monday of every month. We have clean week starting the 1st Monday of every month. So even if you don't have the exact dates, you know that's where those are going to fall, and you can plan accordingly. So we will get the exact dates up, but just know that that's still always going to be there.
Absolutely. And real quick, guys, To Be Mindset, big deal. Okay. If you're not aware of it, or if you aren't familiar with it, check out Beachbody FAQs. We can post in the team page some information about it in a little bit that tells you where to get information, some videos to watch that explain a little bit, but definitely go through it, learn that information, like go through, see what it's all about. It's going to be a game changer. I'm personally still trying to figure out how to integrate it into the workouts and stuff that we do. So it's new to everybody. We're all in the same boat. We're all trying to kind of understand it and learn it and figure out how to navigate it. But I can tell you that just the mindset shift and the relationship to food and the way people see what they're eating and how they're eating and the response that we're getting and the results that people are seeing in the before and after photos are absolutely out of control. It's amazing. So it is going to be a game changer. Do not discount that in any way, shape, or form. Make sure you look into it. And then maybe later on today or something, we'll try to figure out, we're trying to hash out how to integrate it, like I said, into a group, and how to figure out how to make a group for it as a team. So we're still trying to figure that out. So we're not set in stone on anything yet, but we're going to be working on that. And hopefully in the next couple of days, we'll have a plan of action for you guys, and we'll let you guys know through the team page. So just be looking out for that and understand it. But today on the call, we're going to go through the most important thing about what we do. One of the most important things, which is the way we share our journey on social media. And us, really. If you're unaware of why we share on social media, it basically gets down to this. We are there to share what we're doing so that people can watch us, but also learn about us, so they can learn to know, love, and trust us, or know, like, and trust us. Once people know, like, and trust us, they are then willing to listen to what we say, or listen to our invites or our follow-ups or whatever. Until they get to a place where they know, like, and trust us, they are not willing to listen to us. The only way they can learn about us is through what we share and how we share online. That's why it's so vital that we share, and why it's so vital how we share, right? There's a lot of things we can do wrong. There's a lot of things we can do right. I will guarantee you, Alicia's going to be nice enough to audit my Facebook page right now, right? And my social media. I can guarantee you there are things that I am doing very wrong. It doesn't matter where you are at in this business. It's constantly changing. Social media constantly changes, right? So we need to understand the rules so we know how to break them in the future, but we also need to be willing to adapt. So we're going to go ahead. Alicia's going to audit my page. Alicia, do you want to share your screen? Are you able to? Okay. And then it wasn't your.
I think I can. Yeah.
So she'll audit my page, and then we'll go through. And Sabrina's been nice enough to allow us to audit her page as a brand new coach, to kind of go through her and see how we can modify her page a little bit. And then after that, if we still have a few minutes, anybody else that's willing, we'll say show her hand, share, you know what I mean. Raise your hand and we'll audit your page too. So jump on it, Alicia.
Okay, guys, here we go. I am super excited to dive in, and we're going to give Justin's Facebook page a going over. Hopefully I don't offend you in any way. We can also do Instagram as well. If you guys want to do a quick comparison, we can do that too, but just let me know, okay? So I'm going to share my screen.
Be raw, be authentic, be mean. You're not gonna
I'm horrible but mean. Okay, can you see my screen and see Justin's page on here? Yes? Okay. All right, let's get started. So very first, I want to talk about the profile picture, and that's this picture that you see right here, okay? Your profile picture is basically like your very first calling card, your very first impression, because when you send a friend request or somebody looks you up, that's the very first thing that they see. And so what I'm going to say right off the bat is you need to change your profile picture, because Deanna is in the foreground. And so when I first see this, I see her. I don't see Justin. And while this is a great picture of the two of you, and it's totally adorable, this is your page and your profile, so it should be featuring you. You really want your profile to be picture to be just you, so people know who they're actually looking at. You want it to, be really just your face, so you don't want it to be like a full body picture because it's not really going to be big enough. You don't want it to be far away. You don't really want it to be dark or like wearing a hat. You want it so people can see your face, so people can see basically who you are. Imagine if you were going into a job interview and you're going to shake somebody's hand, right? You'd have a smile on your face. You'd be looking them right in the eye. You would probably have yourself put together, meaning your hair done, maybe some makeup if you're a girl, or if you're like me, you just use like the Instagram pretty selfie picture because I don't wear makeup. So that one works awesome. But it's like your very first impression, and that's what people are going to see. So that's what I would recommend you for your profile picture, is to change it to just being a picture of you. Okay? Now, the next thing people are going to see is your cover photo. So while your profile picture should just be you, really just your face, your cover photo should tell a story about who you are and what you're about. And Justin's is awesome. I love his cover photo. I think you really get a great idea of who he is, what his life is like, and what you can expect to get from his page. So right here, he has, in words, what he's about: health, family, faith, fitness, travel. I love how he's had his tattoos like behind the last name, because obviously he's got a lot of tattoos. And so that's a big part of his life. And I love that that's just front and center there. But also he has this word here, loyalty, which obviously means a lot to him. So people are going to resonate with that. People who are into tattoos, who are into, but also that loyalty, that faith, family, travel, they're going to really like that, want to explore his page more. Then he also has travel, pictures of travel, pictures of friends, his family, fitness. And so his cover photo is reflecting these words, right? So it's very cohesive. It tells you a story. You have a good idea of what to expect from his page, okay? So that's awesome. The next part of your profile is your little intro. So again, you get to tell people in just a few words what you're about. So we have husband, father, gun-loving, whisper-cussing, dog fanatic who loves helping others live better. Awesome. So I already feel like I have a really great idea of who this guy is. And don't worry about, I would say, putting divisive words into your intro. And what I mean by that is some people, maybe they're offended or turned off by the fact that he loves guns. But that's okay. It's a controversial subject, but you want to attract your people. You want to attract your tribe. So don't be worried about putting things in there that are specific to you. Because while they might turn people away, they're going to bring the people who are really your tribe to you. So this is awesome. Okay. Then you have a little bit more here about, where you've worked, where you live. And I highly encourage people not to have Beachbody in there. It's a very common thing. I did it in the beginning, like coach at Beachbody or works at Beachbody. And why that is just people automatically have a connotation if you put the company that you partner with in your profile that you're going to be there to try and sell them something, right? Like, oh, she's a Beachbody coach. She's just going to try and sell me Shakeology. And while we partner with Beachbody, we are our own brand. So what we're really selling people is ourselves and what we bring to the table, what we bring to the equation. And we are not Beachbody, right? I am not Beachbody. Justin is not Beachbody. We are ourselves. And so we're really selling ourselves here. Now, the other thing you can do is you can have 5 featured photos that you get to pick that always stay here. Now, again, these should represent your brand, what you're about, what people can expect. And so let's take a look at his. He's got workout pictures here with Joel, a marriage picture. Obviously, he's married, more travel, another one with Autumn, and a before and after. So you can get a good idea, again, of who he is. I would maybe add a little bit more variety because these 2 pictures look really similar. So maybe you put one with family in there, or maybe you put one with the dog, because I know your dog plays a big part in your profile and he's adorable. So maybe just thinking about switching those out because these look pretty similar. I would love to show what Deanna did here really quick. Can I share that real quick while we're talking about this? Okay, because I love what she did with those profile pictures right here. So she really branded these right here. She put them, she can tell you how she did them later. I think she used an app. I can't remember which one. But you can tell they all have the same filter. They all say what they're about. And so this is another way of telling people her story, what to expect, what she's about before they even start going through her page. And it's very cohesive and very branded, and it's just really pretty. And I think it's just awesome. And I love what she did here. There's a lot of variety in the different photos. So this is a great option. And I think you did it in an app, right? I can't remember which one. Not super complicated. You don't need to understand how to use Photoshop or something to do pictures like this. You can do them quite simply. Okay. Let's go back real quick to Justin. Okay. So that is basically going over the setup of your page, which is so, so, so important. And it's worth taking the time and putting the effort into. Because like I said, when you send a friend request to people, that's what they're going to see first when they come to your page. And people make snap decisions in seconds, right? 3, 4, 5 seconds to decide whether they like you based on this and whether they want to accept your friend request or they don't. So super important to spend time on this. And these kind of cover photos, they're really not that hard to make, or you can even outsource them to somebody at Fiverr for $5 or $10 and they can do it for you, which is amazing. So if you have any questions on that, Justin or Deanna, are happy to help. All right, now let's go through his content. A couple of things that I'm going to be looking for as I go through here are, do I have a good understanding of who he is and what he's about in the first couple posts? Do they reflect what he shared in his cover photo? Meaning if he's talking about one thing here, but his content is totally different, then that's not going to have people want to stay on his page, right? Because if they come in and they're like, oh, this guy's about travel and about faith and family, but then they go to his page and he's drinking with his buddies or something, something totally different, then it's oh, what? Maybe this guy isn't really, honest, or maybe he isn't really about what he said he was about. Another thing is I want to be able to see what he has to offer and know how I can get in contact with him right away, right? Okay, so let's start. So first off, he hasn't had a new post since yesterday morning. Okay? That's the first off is the thing that I'm going to say is I don't want to say negative or mistake, but consistency when it comes to social media is so important. Like, I cannot emphasize this enough. And he's nodding his head because he knows. Because when we are consistent, it shows people that they can trust us. It's not just about like posting for the sake of posting. It's because your consistency shows people what kind of person you are. And when somebody wants help with whatever it is, they want to know that they can trust you. They want to know that you're consistent in your life so you can help them be consistent in their life. So it is so important to be posting every single day. Now, you can do once a day, twice a day is the best. I would say morning and evening. And you'll find, for you, for your time zone, for your audience, when the best timing is. For me, it's typically like 6 a.m. and 6 p.m., which is Pacific time. So maybe it's 9 and 9 Eastern time. But you just kind of play around with it, but aim to post twice a day. All right, so his post yesterday, a live video, awesome. Live videos are thebomb.com. I know they can be super scary as a new coach. I still get nervous. I used to be so nervous to do live videos. I would put my phone up and then I'd be shaking and I'd have to prop it up on something because I was so nervous. But live videos are the best and the quickest way to build that trust that Justin was talking about in the beginning of this call. Our social media is there to really help people know us and like us and trust us. And live video is so great with that because you can't fake it, right? You can't be anything other than you unless you're a really good actress or actor. You have to just be you with, all the way that you talk and the way that you move and your opinions, and people can really get to know you. So live video is awesome. Now what you say in the caption, hold on. Super, super important too. A thought on gratitude. All right. I want to know a little bit more what you're going to talk about in this video before I'm willing to give you my time to watch it. And that is because our time is our greatest commodity. And we scroll through our social media, so fast. It's we're on a racetrack. We're just scrolling with our thumbs. And so in order for me to want to give you my time, I need to know what I can expect from this video. So I know you're going to talk about gratitude, but what exactly are you going to talk about gratitude? And am I going to learn something from this video? Or is it just going to be you giving me your opinion? Does that make sense? Okay. So maybe you could say a thought on gratitude and then, something about what they can expect to learn or a lesson that you learned, because then I'll know that I'm going to learn it with you. Okay. So what we say in our copy is super, super important. Hold on. I don't know why I'm losing my voice. Okay. I'm getting all scratchy here. All right. So I know sometimes when you're you want to do a live video, you don't have a lot of time, maybe you don't even know exactly how it's going to turn out. You can throw up a caption like this, do the live video, and then go back and edit the caption to reflect more of what you said in the live video. Because I don't know about you, but sometimes I'll go off on a tangent and be wow, I have no idea where that came from, but it was totally relevant. And so going back and really telling people why this video deserves their attention and why they should watch it and what they should expect to get from it. Okay. Scrolling on, Deanna's awesome booty. And this is a post that she tagged him in, so it's not his content. So I'm going to go through. Okay. So this is looking for a landscape designer specialized in modern Asian style. Okay, so this is an engagement boost post, which is great. I would say it was probably more self-serving than actually trying to engage. Yes, because it's going to be, local stuff is only going to apply. They're not going to be oh, I live in the UK and you should check out my landscape architect. Okay, so let's just keep going. All right, so another live video, quick and simple morning food prep. Awesome. People love food prep help. You could maybe, like I said, again, tell them, what are you prepping? Did you prep for the week? Did you prep for a day? What kind of foods are you making? Maybe just giving a little bit more detail here. But again, love how much live video you're doing. Here we go, making meal prep simple. Love it. More live video. Okay, but I'm going to say we're now, let's see, on the 29th. Today is the 2nd. And so that's what, 29, 30, 1, 2, 4 days. And it's been a lot of live video, which is great. Live video is awesome. But for brand new people who don't really know you, they may not be willing yet to invest their time in watching your live videos. And this it's just true, because people, like, we hoard our time, right? We're like possessive of our time because we don't have a lot of it. Also on Facebook, people listen to audio. I think it's now only like 17% of the time they actually will listen to your audio. So if you're doing a lot of live video, I would recommend putting the captions on it. You can, I can't remember the name of the service that I've used in the past, but I can look it up. You pay like $5 and they'll add the captions to your videos in a really like professional, awesome looking way. That would be a really great idea for you if you want to do this many live videos, because like I said, most people on Facebook don't actually tap on the video to hear what you have to say. I've done this all the time. Like, I'll sit here watching a video without the sound on. Maybe I'm like hiding from my kids in the bathroom and I don't want them to hear something. But if you have the captions, people would maybe be intrigued by what you had to say in the beginning and then actually want to watch the video. But if I'm brand new to your page, and so far 4 days in, all I'm seeing is live video, I'm going to have a hard time really understanding what I'm going to get from you or what you have to offer. Does that make sense? So putting in more static posts with your live videos, I think would be a really good strategy. Like if you're going to do one live video a day, one static post, I think that would be awesome. Now, I looked at your Instagram before this, and it seems like you're doing more static posts there, yes? Okay. So maybe we'll check that out in just a minute, because you can easily just...
Alicia, sorry. I would love to. I was actually going to say we might want to move to Sabrina real quick, because I pushed the other call back until 10:40, but we've only got like 8 minutes.
Oh.
So we've got to be on time into...
Oh, okay. Okay. Cool. Let's do that really quick.
And I can only take so much more beating up. No, I love it. Such great tips. Honestly, I'm like, oh my gosh, yeah, definitely. How did I miss that? Amazing. So yeah, thank you very much. I really appreciate you doing that.
Awesome. You're welcome. And I will just say, like, live video on Facebook is king. Like, live video is awesome. And it's so great that you're doing so much, but don't neglect the other part.
Totally.
So that people know when they come and they can see, like, oh, here's a static post I can read. Maybe, inviting to coaching or inviting to the challenge group, etc. So that right away they know what you're about, what you have to offer, and how to find you.
Totally. I love that.
Okay, Sabrina, what's Sabrina's last name?
Rem, R-E-M. There it is, right there.
Perfect. Okay, and now Sabrina, you've been a coach for how long? Or Justin, how long has she been a coach?
It's been about a month, a little over a month now.
Okay, cool. All right, first off, awesome profile picture. Like, this is exactly what I was saying that Justin needs to have in his. Because, I mean, how gorgeous is she? Like, wow, look at those eyes. But I instantly have a feel for who she is, right? She's a beautiful woman. She's, like, so inviting. Her face looks, like, really open, really inviting. She's smiling. She looks happy. So this is an awesome profile picture. One thing you could do is just crop it, like right even more. So it's even more of your face, like right here. I would recommend cropping it right there. Because a lot of people they're on their phones, right? Like 95% of the time people are on their phones. So if it's even closer, they're going to be able to see your face even better. And they'll kind of eliminate some of this white stuff, okay? All right, cover picture. She's got her adorable family in there. That's awesome. So we instantly know that she's a mom. She's got 2 little kids, her hubby. That's great. She's got family, love. Awesome. It's a great cover picture. And I know you've only been a coach for a month, so that's great. And you can do cover photos a lot of different ways. Like for me right now, I just have a picture of my family, and that's okay, right? So you can really make your cover photo as crafted as Justin did, which is awesome, or you can make it super, super simple. All right, let's see. Intro. So I would add something into your intro, like we talked about on Justin's page, just sharing a little bit more about who you are. You know, so obviously you're a mom. What are some things that you like? What do you like to help people with? What are you passionate about? Put that into your intro, okay? And then you can also go through and you can pick 5 pictures to be here. And you probably didn't know that you could do that. I didn't know that as a new coach. So you can just spend some time this week going through your photo album and seeing which photos do you like the best, which ones reflect you, what you're about, and you can tag them there. Okay. Now let's go through and check out your content. Are you raising your hand, Deanna, or are you okay? I keep looking over you like this. I'm like, has she been like holding her hand up for a while? All right. So let's see. Shared a video about a live class. Okay, so first thing I would say is you haven't posted since the 29th. And that goes back to consistency. It's so, so important. And I know it can be overwhelming as a new coach to be like, oh my gosh, what do I post? I have to post twice a day. What am I going to talk about? Totally get that. So what I like to think about is my social media is like my reality show. And I'm just talking about what is happening in my life today. What is going on in my life today? Yes, Gianna?
I am now raising my hand. So here's one thing, and this is a really great thing that we forgot to tell people about, because I actually looked at her post on my phone, and she actually has posted it. I think her profile might be private.
Oh, that makes total sense then, because I am not her friend.
Yeah. So that's one really quick thing about if your profile page or if your page is private, put it on public. You also have the option, if there's certain photos that you don't want people to see, you can actually put it to where it's like friends only. And one other thing, just because you don't have this, because she does great content. And I don't know, Alicia, you might be able to give me an answer on this. At least how it was before, if you're going to double post on Instagram and on Facebook, don't click that Instagram thing that automatically posts to Facebook. Instead, copy your words and then paste it on Facebook with the photo, because the algorithms, which is like Facebook's magical land of how they do math, I don't know. It will show it to more people if you don't share it from Instagram to Facebook, but rather it's to, you can explain it better than I can.
No, that was basically it. Like, you don't even need to know the science behind it. Just know that if you post organically to Facebook, which means that you copy and paste and you put your picture in and you hit post, you're going to get way more engagement, which means way more people are going to see that post and have the opportunity to engage with you, to read it, to reach out to you, versus if, like Gianna said, if you have that option to just share when you post to Instagram to Facebook, that's not going to get seen at all. Like, it's just not worth it. And it takes like 2 or 3 seconds to copy and paste. So yeah, definitely do that. And thanks for bringing that to my attention, that it's not a public profile. Because yeah, so important. You've got to have your page public. Okay. I know if you're a parent, it can be scary, right? You're like, oh my gosh, I don't know how you feel about it, but yeah, I don't like having tons of pictures of my family on my page. So I don't actually post a lot of pictures of my kids. That's just my personal thing. And before I went public, I went through my photo album and I just took down all the photos that I didn't want up there. Or if you use Facebook as like a photo storing platform, like some people do, you can make, like Gianna said, if you want to post pictures of your family, just make them private. Like you can say just my friends or just my family, or you can make the album private. But you've got to have your page public, because as you're growing your page and you're sending friend requests and people are going to come check you out, they're not going to be able to see your content. Like for me, I can't see this content. Like all I'm seeing is like stuff that you've shared. And then I'm like, oh, this girl doesn't really have a lot of original stuff to say, right? Because I can't see all your awesome posts. So super, super important to have your page public. Okay, Gianna or Justin, do you guys want to go through her content really quick since I can't see it?
Gianna, where are you?
I'm right here. So let's see. I don't know how to share. I can't remember how to share my screen.
At the bottom.
I just hit stop share, so you should have a little green button down the bottom with like a box and an arrow.
Okay, don't judge my messy page. Can you guys see it?
Yep.
Oh, mine's horribly messy too.
Okay. I'm always clearing it out. Hashtag Coach Life. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can't see you guys, so just know that. Of course, it's going to go super slow. Sorry.
Hello.
Oh, come on. This is my life and my lap. Okay, let's see. Come on. Sorry, guys. I don't know if this is going to work, Justin.
And maybe just.
Okay. Here we go. So we'll just make this super quick so we can make sure we're jumping on the next call. So cut me off after like 3 minutes. Okay. So about Sabrina's, and I lovingly stalk your guys' pages. Honey, can you turn yours down a little bit? So one thing that I do know about her, she loves fashion. Like that's super apparent by her posts. Like I love her photos. They're beautiful. She has great lighting, which guys, lighting is important. If you want to take a good photo, stand in front of a window, go outside, because it really is just beautiful. And it just like, it's eye catching, right? Like that pop of color, amazing. She talks about potential and, how important it is to her. So, she's just sharing a little bit about who she is, which I think is great. A motivational quote, something to kind of inspire people, beautiful picture. Whoops. I personally always recommend to share a photo of you or share a unique photo that you've taken, right? So instead of finding like stock photos to share or stock images that have like a motivational quote, instead take that motivational quote, create a picture that you've had. Maybe it's you with the kids, maybe it's, your dog or whatever, and you can create the same thing, but make it your own content. Because what you want to do is you want people to share your stuff, not share other people's stuff. So that's good. Again, photos are really great. One thing I will say is I don't see much about health and fitness. We are so much more than just Beachbody coaches, but it's important to share your journey in all facets and really kind of connect people with that. So like, I love this because you're like you're really drawing in people that are into fashion and things like that. And the photos and the imagery are beautiful. But I would like to see more about, your journey as far as your workouts are going, as far as nutrition, maybe see a sweaty selfie, maybe see one of the foods that you created, your meals, maybe providing a recipe that you've actually typed out. Like here was an amazing recipe that I'm following or that I found and that's on my nutrition plan, things like that. So does anybody else want to chime in really quick? Sorry, I can't see you guys.
No, I mean, I agree with everything you said. I think after everything we've kind of walked through right now, I think you're hitting on, personally, I would say, I think you're hitting on all of it. I definitely love the way, like, I love her photos. I love the way she shares it. That the lighting, just like you said, is all good. I don't know if you said anything about sharing content. I honestly can't remember. But yeah, definitely, like Alicia said, sharing content is almost, unfortunately, is like in Facebook eyes, it's kind of like a waste of a post, because Facebook just looks at you like, and they just don't share it. They don't show anybody. So it ends up being just kind of like, okay. So anytime you have content to share, or if you're going to share some sort of content, like you see a motivational quote, just like you said, you take a photo and put that on that photo, or put it in the copy above the photo and utilize it that way, because then at least Facebook will then show it to your friends. There's also the last thing, and then we'll jump off. There's also a lot to say about a kind of calendar, if you will, for posts, right? It's something I clearly struggle with, being that, like having that consistency. It's very easy for me to, especially now moving into Instagram, going back and forth, to be on Instagram and then forget about Facebook, and then be on Facebook and forget about Instagram. So actually following our calendar that's on the team page at the top, and kind of looking and seeing what's ahead. Okay, we got a challenge group, like they said, is consistent. We have a challenge group that starts on these days. We have free groups to start on these days. We have this, coach sneak peek starting on these days. So starting to talk about those things prior to that, so you kind of have in mind what you're going to be posting, I think is a big deal. But otherwise, I think you guys hit everything on the head. So I think we're going to jump on this other call. But Sabrina, I really appreciate you letting us dive into your taking that risk, because I know how scary that can be. And Alicia, I appreciate you taking the time to go through mine and tear it apart, because I got some great tips. And so I'm going to put those in effect ASAP. And otherwise, does anybody have any real quick questions, anything that they want to jump in on? What's up, Sabrina? I'll unmute you here. Hold on one second. What's going on?
First of all, I just want to say thank you so much for everything, for the motivation to hit Success Club this last month. You guys really helped me make that happen, so I appreciate that. And then, yeah, as far as the profile goes, I had no idea that sharing from Instagram straight to Facebook, that was the case. So I kept doing that because it was the easy thing to do, and I have limited time, and so I'll start doing that separately. The only reason I haven't started adding the fitness and food stuff is because it's so new to me still that I hadn't felt comfortable sharing that, but I know that I really should, and so I'm going to start doing that. And I think that is really important. And then I tried to make my profile public like a month ago, so I don't know what I did wrong, but I'm going to have to look at that again. So anyway, thanks for all the feedback, and I'm making a lot of changes.
No, that's awesome. And we'll talk about that at some point, about the idea. That's a fear that a lot of people have, is not wanting to share because they're new to fitness or whatever, to that journey. And actually understanding that that's one of the best times you can share. You can truly share authentically. Like, I don't know what to expect. I'm excited for these reasons to do this. And this is a process that I'm going through. That's what people are attached to. That's what attracts people to you. That's what people want. They want to follow that process more than people don't follow after photos. They follow the process to get there. That's what excites them in it. And so sharing your fears, sharing all that stuff. So we'll talk about that at some point, but I love your honesty with that. And way to hit Success Club. Killer job again.
Thank you. When is it going to show on the website? I keep checking and it's not there.
It can be a couple days, but
okay.
Don't worry about it. It'll come through for sure, especially at the end of the month.
It's a new month, so it won't.
Yeah, but it'll show up on our end that there were at least Success Club in the week.
Oh yeah.
Like, I can't even see it on my end right now. I can't see anything.
Oh, got it.
Okay.
Really.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. Thank you very much. You guys have a fantastic Wednesday afternoon. Everybody, eat well. We'll see you guys very soon. Okay.
All right. Thanks.